Well, the saying, buy cheap, buy twice, couldn't be any more true for myself. I want to cry. The thing's gonna bloody blow up. Oh, you mother... What the hell is going on here?
You won't believe it. I've got another error message.
Error 10.
I have lost the will completely. I do not know what to do apart from to get a sledgehammer and smash this thing up.
After weeks, if not months, of messing around with my Chinese diesel heater, trying to get the bloody thing installed and working.
We eliminated every source of fucking problem. Every part where there will be a problem. It's got to be a faulty unit.
This has been a nightmare, hasn't it?
It's just a joke.
After buying not one, but two of the goddamn things, I've ordered myself a new Chinese diesel heater, only for both of them to come up with error messages every single time. I've got error message 10. Yet again. Leaking fuel tanks.
This is not what you want to be doing on a Monday night. The bloody thing's pissing out diesel. My van absolutely stinks.
Melting fuel lines, although I have to admit that was my fault. Oh God. Oh God. Enough smoke coming out the exhaust to make me want to pass out.
Oh my lord, I'm going to get high any second now.
And then for it to tease me, slowly seduce me into thinking it was working for about a week. I think the diesel heater is fixed and working. And then a couple of days later, break on me again with more error messages. Why? It's not only left me sexually frustrated, but it's left me confused, alone, and cold.
It is absolutely freezing.
I think it's safe to say that this Chinese diesel heater has sent me absolutely bonkers over the last couple of months. And before anybody asks, yes, I have tried every single goddamn way to get this thing working.
This isn't even him. This is for all you the keyboard warriors, and it's always Will just being stupid. This ain't Will.
But before I go absolutely crazy, I've decided to bin the bloody thing, catapult some firecrackers at it, just to let out 2 months worth of frustration. So, say goodbye to Mr. 2 kilowatt Chinese diesel heater. You will be missed. The trauma, the anxiety that you've caused me will stay with me forever. And say hello sexy to my brand new Russian military made diesel heater. So, with all that being said, let me show you what the last couple of days has looked like for me.
It is absolutely freezing outside this sleeping bag. And I mean freezing.
It's that cold that you get changed inside the sleeping bag. Well, good morning and welcome to Wales, and welcome to, without doubt, for me, the most exciting day on this van build so far, because I'm going to be getting a heater installed today, and no, it's not going to be a Chinese heater. So this was the setup last night. This is where I stayed, right near Wrexham, because that's where the company's based that I'm going to visit today. I just found this massive empty car park right next to an aqueduct, which isn't far from the town centre of Wrexham, and to be honest, it was an absolute dream of a park up because it's flat, quiet, there was nobody around. I arrived late last night. I did about a 4-hour drive from where I'm based, and now I'm ready for today. I'm ready to say goodbye to this Chinese diesel heater and hello to this beautifully made Russian Autoterm heater. So the company that I'm going to visit today and the company that are installing this heater are called Autoterm. You may or may not have heard of them. I'm going to go into a lot more detail about their heaters later in the video, but they're Russian made, they're high quality, and I cannot wait. So after driving for 10 minutes from my park up, I made it to the Autoterm workshop where we whacked the van up on top of the ramp to see what we were working with. So you can see from under the van that this is my old broken 2 kilowatt Chinese diesel heater that's only worked for 1 week. The rest of the time it's been giving me all sorts of stress and has just been an overall nightmare. The process of fitting these Autoterm heaters is pretty much identical to any other diesel heater. This isn't a full installation video, so obviously make sure you do your own research in terms of how to install them.
2 holes in the van floor. Old, new. Say goodbye to this piece of shit.
If you're wondering why we're not installing the new heater in the same hole as my Chinese one, that was actually my decision because in the future, very soon, I want to get a hot water system which runs off my heater. I needed a bit of extra space in front of my diesel heater, so therefore that's why we moved it back slightly, and the existing hole from the Chinese one I'll have to fill in somehow, but that is, as always, a future job. Well, it's all go, go, go here today. Out with the old 2 kilowatt Chinese diesel heater, in with a brand spanking new 4 kilowatt Autoterm heater, and let me tell you, you can instantly see the difference in quality from buying cheap and buying twice, because bear in mind I bought 2 of these, compared to the quality product and materials that you can see these Autoterm ones are made from, because they are made in Russia by rocket scientists apparently.
I stripped out my Chinese heater. Look at the difference. This is the exhaust pipe. Look at the state of that after what, a month and a half? Look at this fuel pipe. And then look at the difference in quality from this new Autoterm heater. Just so much better. Even the fuel line is 100 times thicker and more durable. The electric cables are all in conduit, so now we're going to wire this in and get it going. Decided to go for a 4 kilowatt, by the way, because these have actually got a thermostat on them, which means you can change the temperature, so might as well go big or go home. The heater is installed and working, and let me tell you, it is toasty warm inside here. I've actually been sat in the van for a good 2 to 3 hours now, and I've had the heater running pretty much the entire time. I'm going to spend the next couple of nights testing it out, understanding all the settings, understanding how everything works, and then I'm going to come back to you, sit down and explain the pros and cons to it, why I decided to go for it rather than a Chinese diesel heater, and just everything in between about these Autoterm heaters. Now it should be pretty obvious from the start of this video why I decided to upgrade my heater from a Chinese diesel heater, which you can buy on eBay for less than £100, to one of these Autoterm Russian made heaters which are used in the military in temperatures as low as -45 degrees. That's absolutely crazy, and not temperatures I particularly want to go down to. But the fact that I've got a heater that can deal with that, that's pretty cool. I have had the last couple of nights testing out this heater, and when I say the last couple of nights, I really mean 4 days and 4 nights of being on the road inside the van for about 8 hours a day. I've used it as much as I possibly can, and when I actually needed to. So far, so good. No error messages whatsoever. It's been keeping me lovely and toasty warm inside the van. Well, the heater that we've put inside the van is the 4 kilowatt. They also do a 2 kilowatt for smaller spaces. I was contemplating potentially a 2 kilowatt for this van, but the fact that you can adjust the temperature control and there's a lot more manual settings and timers on these Autoterm heaters, I decided to just go for the 4 kilowatt. I've also got the brand new comfort controller and the smartphone modem. This basically means that you can control the heater via an app on your phone, which personally for me wasn't something that I thought I would use that much, but the last few days I've actually been using it a lot, and I absolutely love the fact that you can control it when you're away from the van, come back to a nice warm van. My van is just sitting out there.
We go to the Autoterm app, press the green button to turn the heater on, send a text message to a SIM card which is in the modem. You then wait 1 minute and there we go, just like that. I've got confirmation that my heater is now started.
And the heater is on. It's also got 4 different heater settings. Briefly to touch on these, there's temperature mode, which runs constantly but changes the fan speed as it slowly gets up to the temperature that you've set. It also has a power mode, which runs at the set power mode that you've set it to. There is also heat and ventilation mode and thermostat mode. I'll leave a link in the description to Owen Cox, who is the guy that actually created the control panel, because he explains a little bit more about the settings and goes into more depth, far better than I can. Without doubt, the biggest bonus for me with these heaters is the fact there is no clicking sound from the pump. This is what the heater sounds like when it's on full power. Absolutely fine, completely silent pump. No clicking or ticking whatsoever. Of course, mechanically, there actually is a clicking sound when the pump is pushing the diesel into the actual heater. However, because it's that minute and that much of a small sound, you can't hear it unless you literally go and put your ear right next to the pump underneath the van. There is the pump. I am literally about a foot away. You cannot even hear it. Just to show you a comparison, here is a clip of my Chinese diesel heater. That clicking sound was an absolute pain in the arse. I know there's ways that you can kind of cover it up with a Chinese diesel heater, but it's not 100% effective. And with these Autoterm heaters, they are all guaranteed to come with a brand new silent pump. I'm not trying to come across all salesy and all like I'm just trying to push these heaters, because truly my experience with the Chinese heaters, if you've seen the last 2 videos, go back and watch them, because then you'll understand why I'm so happy, excited, just over the moon to actually have a product that works. Another thing which I also really like about this LCD control panel is that the actual lighting and the display and the monitor can actually be switched off. So when you're sleeping, you don't have the annoying light of the monitor actually showing and just projecting light into the van, because again, a massive pain in the ass for me when I use the diesel heater, the Chinese one, was that when I'm trying to sleep, all you can see is just the illuminating light from the control panel, and the only way for me to actually turn that off was via this switch here, which now does nothing because that's not connected to my Autoterm heater. So the fact that on this one the display actually shuts off by itself, you can also control the lights on the side. Everything can be manually controlled, so that in the end you're actually getting a better night's sleep with less disturbances from flashing lights and LEDs and all that stuff. All of these heaters actually come with a 3-year warranty if it's installed by an authorised dealer. I've played around with a couple of the timers inside it just to test it out. There's loads of fun things inside the control panel that you can play around with, that you can adjust, that you can make work for your living style or your sleeping pattern, whatever it is. As you can obviously, hopefully, clearly tell, it's an absolute game changer. I am thrilled to finally now have a heater in the van, which means I can get on the road more, I can do more stealth camps, I can do more adventures. 1, without the fear of my old heater breaking on me and leaving me absolutely freezing cold. And 2, it just means I'm gonna want to go out in the van more in winter. A few things to bear in mind, because like anything, it's not perfect. With any diesel heater, this one included, they are quite noisy, so that's something to bear in mind. They're obviously gonna make sound as they're blowing warm, hot air inside your vehicle. But as I said, the massive bonus is there's no clicking sound, and that for me is a winner chicken dinner. I know I'm probably going to get a fair few comments saying, you hate Chinese diesel heaters because you installed it wrong, you're an idiot. I'm telling you, I spent 2 months on it. The way they installed this Autoterm heater was literally identical to how I installed my Chinese diesel heater. So seeing a professional technician fit this heater compared to how I fitted my Chinese one, I'm telling you, I did it the right way. I tried every single possible way of fitting the Chinese heater and it still didn't work. But if you are thinking of installing one of these ones yourself, don't be scared, you can do it yourself. I was just completely traumatized and scared. That's why I wanted to let the professionals do it. Whether you're looking to get one of these heaters fitted in your van, like me, in a boat, I know a lot of people use them in the marine side of things, don't know what you call that. If you use the discount code whereabouts5, this will give you a 5% discount, either for parts for this heater if you want to install it yourself, or for actual installations if you want to get the professionals to install it for you. I'll leave a link in the description to the Autoterm website so you can check out their heaters and their other products. I've also got a potential road trip planned to head into Europe where the temperatures are going to be minus 10, 15, 20 plus. So I would not go if I did not have a reliable heater in here, and I'm bloody grateful that I do now, because now trips like that are now accessible. So with all that being said, keep an eye out for future adventures, future road trips, more van builds, and just more general fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you can share my excitement and just pure happiness with having a heater that works after a lot of you have seen the nightmare that the Chinese heater was for me. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will catch you in the next video where we'll be back stealth camping.